joshin24's, otherwise known as Shut Your Face. Alright, so we're going to play the Twins
Detroit,
here.
the center fielder, number 4.
I'm gonna mute my TV because I don't want to bother people. I'm gonna ground out the first. Yeah! Woo! I'm gonna wait an hour, take my blood sugar, and get that shit done.
Number 10, Cameron Maben.
Yeah! I got 2 tickets to paradise. Pack your bag with me. Yeah, so I am currently going to start working on the next video for my top 5 series. The Minnesota Twins, I think, will be the team because they've kind of gotten my attention a little bit. Not in the real world. It's just one of those things where it's like, what teams do I want to do that I have franchises open with? I mean, no secret here, I'm not playing as a Twins now, but you know, I do have a Twins franchise. I'm going to go do that probably sometime when I'm done with this, you know, team. Or maybe, you know what I mean? It's like one of those things where I try to, like, I'm going to, like, when I make those videos, like, if I'm the Red Sox and I'm playing the Twins, I'm going to record that, you know? That's another thing, right? Because it's like, it's a team, it's with the team that I'm doing the video on, you know what I mean? Not playing as them, but playing against them, you know what I mean? And I do try to, when I edit those videos, like, if I'm doing, like, Kirby Puckett, one of the things I do, like, and he's, without a doubt, he's on that list, you know? So, you know, but, yeah, he's on that list. I'm not going to say where, because I don't want to give it away too much, but, yeah, he's an all-time great. You'd be crazy not to put Kirby Puckett on all-time best Twins list. But, you know, anyways, but if I'm playing, like, a positional player, I usually try to get, like, a shot of the batter, you know, versus a pitcher. I'll put, like, a shot of, a pitcher on the mound, you know what I mean? Like, to make it look better.
Reynolds.
You know, I don't know. It's a weird thing, because, like, you know, it's also kind of weird. I was joking to myself last night as I'm playing as the Red Sox versus the Twins, which is why I'm bringing them up. I was like, if the Twins win, it looks better for them than it does for me, you know, like, I was like a little bit like, yeah, I lost, but I somehow won.
The center fielder, Lewis.
Yeah, also, there's a couple other reasons why I won, too. Like, I was like, shit, you know, Ian Kennedy's starting. He gave up, like, 7 runs. But he went 8 innings, so it's like, I don't care, you know? For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, like, sometimes in baseball, because the season's so long, you just want a guy out there throwing versus, you know, like, shut down matchup kind of things. Because, like, I built that Red Sox team in a way that is, like, all position players and very little pitching. And that's not good, because it comes down to games like that where you're like, shit, I wish I had a bullpen arm to get up and throw in. But I don't. So, yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it's all good. Maybe I'll do a Tigers video next after the Twins. Maybe. Who knows? The problem is, and the reason I guess I'm doing the Twins video is because it's like, you know, I want to get to that team. You know, maybe when I'm done with this, I'll switch it over to the Twins. But who knows? Really, like, the funny thing is, I don't broadcast as much as I used to because I try to put effort into other things in my life, you know. You know how it is, you're like, shit, I want to do broadcasting, right, on the PlayStation. But if it's not getting a lot of viewers, it's like, oh, I'll just do it for fun, you know. And that's cool with me too, but it's like, if we're doing it for fun, it's like a little bit different than you know, doing it for nobody, you know what I mean? Doing it for somebody is different than doing it for nobody. Like,
nope, that's a ball.
like, hell, even with the top 5 videos, I do that for fun, right? I could do multiple ones a week if I was, like, motivated enough to do it. You know, people watched it, you know what I mean? But they don't always watch it, so it's like, okay, I'll just do one. And I'll do a couple other, like, I've been dragging my feet with the Cowboys video because, I don't know. Yeah, honestly, like, there's a couple ways to cheat, I guess, with this, like, right? Because, like, I could always do a franchise, like, usually, like, what I do is I have a franchise mode, and I do that, and then I take footage from that, and then, boom, done. But with the football, it's going to be a little tougher. Also, football is like, you might see the play screen on it, so I gotta work around that. Oh, great. Great. This guy got on base. Oh, shit. How many outs are there? There's 2 outs, right?
The designated hitter.
Oh, great. This guy's up at the plate. I actually like this guy in the Indians team that I do. It's like, yeah, he's awesome.
Ball. 1-1.
He fits my mold for a certain type of player, you know what I mean? All offense, no defense, and really just a specific kind of offense. Just gonna hit the home run and that's it, you know? Yeah, like that to me is awesome, but it's also like, you know, it's like, it's weird because it's like, usually when you build a team, you want one of those guys, but you don't want 9 of those guys. You know? Yeah, and having 9 guys that hit long balls is like kind of crazy. Yeah, I also got a PSP. That's something I've been kind of devoting time to. I got a PSP because it's cheaper than the Vita. It's just good, like, I'm a cheap ass, you know? I think, I've been playing Madden 10 on the PSP, and that's, like, been awesome. Madden 10 on the PSP is great. Like, it's a better game than the Madden 13 for the Vita or, you know, Madden 19. It's a better game because, like, you know, it just didn't have as much bullshit as Madden 19 does, and Madden, you know, 13 was just not good for handhelds. Because I didn't want to get too deep into this like football discussion on a baseball game, but it is like when you do the handhelds, you want to have like a good balance between the arcade and the real with football. You know what I mean? Because, you know, like it just makes sense to do that versus to have everything be a joke. You know, like
Counts 1-0.
someone once said that I think everybody said this with Madden, they all devote time to Ultimate Team. And that's kind of what it is. It's like, that's why I'm not really playing it as much anymore. It's like, Madden 10 didn't have Ultimate Team, so it was like, and it was back in the day when they actually paid attention to the handhelds, like, and wasn't just phones, you know what I mean? Probably predates phones. Because it's a 10-year-old game, like, they didn't have, like, good games for the iPhone like that, you know? Well, they were just starting to get them, but, you know, it wasn't like now, where, like, now it's like, oh, we want Ultimate Team on the phones, like, the weird thing is, as much as I'm, like, railing against Ultimate Team, oh, that's your bag, that's good for you, you know, but it's not my bag, so don't expect me to like it, you know what I mean, because the reasons why I don't like those pay-to-win things are, like, because that's what the game becomes eventually, you know? You start taking those shortcuts, it hurts in the long run. You know, like that's what happened with Madden. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna do this, this, and this," but then it became like a joke because now they only focus on Ultimate Team. They don't even have some of the features that they had back in Madden 10 or before. You know, it's like you know, like one of the things I like is that I could pause Madden 10 on the PSP, you know, save the game, and then go play another franchise mode. You know what I mean? So I could have 4 teams or whatever the amount of teams the memory stick holds, and then boom, done. You know what I mean? Not like it is right now, where it's like, oh, you want us to play multiple games? You gotta delete one franchise game to start up another. It's like, no, nobody wants that.
The right fielder, Randall.
1-0.
Like that to me is one of those things where, like, it's like, why did they get rid of that feature of saving the game? Like saving the game, not just like saving it, but being able to continue multiple, you know, save one game, quit the game or quit the application, whatever, and then go back and go to another franchise mode. Like, why isn't there a loading screen? Nope, we gotta have, you know, more time devoted to Ultimate Team, or more time devoted to players that just play Ultimate Team, or get funnel. That's probably what they do, is they try to funnel you to the Ultimate Teams. You know what I mean? They probably go, well, if we do that with Madden, there's no point. The franchise mode, there's no point in doing Ultimate Team or something like that. You know what I mean? Just like, and that's kind of sick. 2K, like, that's the difference though between 2K and Madden. 2K is at least like, you know, at least got some good games, whereas Madden is just like crap. And I mean that Madden is crap. Like, not just because of what I just said, which is very much like technical, like if you don't remember it, then you can't like understand what I'm saying, but Madden is like crap with football. Like, and not like, in the way I always kind of think that the PSP games for Madden and all that old stuff, they kind of understood a little bit that if you're doing it on a handheld, it's going to be a little bit more arcade-like, and it wasn't like totally realistic. Now you got the consoles like the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, whatever, that can do the realistic graphics, and you just do absolute dog shit garbage with them. It's like, how did that happen? Like, that's what I love about MLB and NBA 2K. Say what you will, they make good games. You know, you know, like, they make good games. You know, like, and it's like, why? Like, you know what I mean? Though Sony is a little bit different because, let's face it, they only make it for the PS4, and MLB The Show is made by Sony. And 2K is greedy. Like, 2K is greedy, but, you know, I'm not gonna ever sugarcoat that. But Madden is like greedy as hell, because like is more greedy in that way. You know what I mean? It's like, because they don't give you a good product, you know. And then like, you know, I mean, it's not a good product. It's like, you know, why would I put money towards that if, you know, if I like,
maybe
if I don't have to, you know what I mean? Like, I might, like, I think that's the problem with Madden is, like, you know, it's just like, it's like that home run right there. It just clears the wall. Just barely. And it was because there was an overhang, really, in a way. Because there was an overhang that might not have gotten out, or whatever. I don't know. When you're giving up those kinds of home runs, it's like, it's not like the other home run I hit where it's like, okay, that was gone. That had no chance of staying in the yard. But like, Madden is low-hanging fruit. Is the sum of all that.
Oh, that's just out.
I kind of like don't get it. Like, you have like simple things that could make the franchise mode or whatever mode better, and they choose not to do it. That always is like, why?
He's out.
Like, just because it doesn't go to Ultimate Team? like I love the PSP, I love the PS Vita, I love handhelds, but even I would be the one telling you like it's not a winning strategy to have handhelds right now. But like some shit can be learned. Like the fact you lost the ability to create plays, you lost so much stuff. You lost simplicity. You know what I mean? You know, it's like they always try to like say they're gonna come back to like things like long shot. Long shot is superstar mode. It's part 2. You know, I remember superstar mode in Madden 08. Like, you know, why did that leave the game? Like, at all. And then you hype it up as this big, like, oh, we're bringing in superstar long shot. And I'm just like, you know, like, because it's like you had it in the game before. I know they tried to make it a story thing, but I'm like, I don't care. I really do not care. You know, it's like because I think about like 2K. It's like, you know, the story mode in those games is just PR, really. It's not a story. It's about, oh, we can get so many ads in here. We can get, you know, like we can. The NFL wants it because they want the PR. Let's face it. But everything else is like, why? Like, why are we doing this? You know, why? Like, I like to write on the side. You know, I don't just think about like top 5 videos, right? So one of the things I always kind of think about is character possibilities. When you have a football player, like, there's only X amount of stories you can get out of that. You know what I mean? Like,
I got to count 1 and 2.
And that's kind of where it bogs down, is because yes, you theoretically you still could tell great stories with a stock character. You know, like Rocky Balboa is kind of what I was gonna go with like long shot, and then my career is like, you know what I mean? You can only do that so many times before people get it. Oh, we're undrafted, or oh, we gotta have the same because they don't innovate. They don't allow you to carry it over you from year to year. So it's like, I think MLB The Show has it better in a way, because they were smart enough to realize we don't want to do the story mode as much. We want to just make it all about the stats. You know what I mean? Story mode matters, but stats matter more, because we want to make sure that you can go back and play this year in, year out. And I don't know why the hell Madden want to do that for long shot or NBA for NBA 2K, because like that way you can have like guys just like totally, you know, having different types of careers and not just like, you know, same old soup reheated. They should be able to do that, you know, but they don't.
Now batting, the shortstop.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, also, I think the corporate aspect of the video games is just crazy at the moment. I mean, corporation aspects just kills creativity in any way. It's like, because it's like, if you're writing a character, you know, you got to think of so many things. You don't want to have a suit breathing down your neck saying, well, you can't have this trans rights character in this story because nobody's going to buy it. The right-wing people aren't going to buy it. And it's like, but that's not the target. Like, that's not even the target, you know, of this whole thing. That's not even the point, you know, like, it's almost like, you know what I mean? It's like, what are you guys talking about? Like, you know, that's the sort of thing where it's like, I see corporations just start fucking shit up. Like, oh, we can't have anything controversial. We can't bring up CTE, you know, in video games because we have a big contract with the NFL. Like, yeah, but you also have been doing that for like 10 years. And I mean to bring this up like in another way too. It's like, who the hell is going to challenge Madden for anything? Who? Like who? Give me a good competitor that could do it outside of 2K. And 2K is really behind the 8 ball if they wanted to do that, because they gotta develop a new engine and shit. But you know what I mean? It's like one of those things where like Madden has the monopoly on that, but nobody wants to really admit that. And I mean, like, yes, they paid the rights, all that, blah, 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 you know, it's like, whatever. Yeah, it's just like, why?
Ball two. I got to
Yeah,
count.
I don't
2 and
know,
2.
I'm just kind of going way off the beaten path today. I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to broadcast, I'm going to share my thoughts,
3 and 2.
gonna go down 3-2. I was just looking for, like, see what the count was. And we got him out to short. Yay, me.
Out.
The batter, number 13. Second baseman.
Time is 6 o'clock. Last time I checked. And since I'm recording part of this for my video, I might as well just stop it. Try to get a nice clean stop, you know, versus...
Ball. That pitch is out.
Nope, forget it. I was gonna do a nice clean stop where nobody like had to see the blue screen of death, but nope. Nope, you gotta do that. Oh. Hell no. No. Hell to the no. Alright, so I got 6:08, I got 32 more minutes. I'm probably gonna bring up the bullpen now. So
Leading off for the Tigers, the second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
I got a decent bullpen. It's too small, but shit.
Yep, that ball went out.
Hell no. No. There we go.
Up next for the Tigers, the catcher, Tom Townsend.
Alright. Townsend, here we go. Sucker. I thought his name was Pete for some reason. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Double play.
Out. Got him.
Up next for the Tigers, the first baseman, Jose.
Alright, I think I'm done for today. I don't know why. I'm just like, maybe I'll stop broadcasting, maybe I won't. Who knows? Alright. Time to stop. Let's just bring this up. Boom.